Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Today, a new video about Final Fantasy XIV. In this video, we'll talk about everything that comes with Endwalker. I'm actually on the official website for Endwalker, and that's something you can check for yourself, but I know there are a lot of people that doesn't check it, doesn't take the time actually to check it, or maybe doesn't want to read, or maybe doesn't want to get spoiled of anything. This video may contain some spoilers about what's coming from Endwalker. It depends on what they have written on their website, obviously, but there are minor spoilers, of course. So I'm first in that main page of Endwalker that will describe the expansion. So of course, it's on sale on December 7th, but you can play it before if you pre-purchase it. The latest expansion for Final Fantasy XIV. Warrior of Light. Bear forth our hope that these days not be the last. This is an introduction sentence for the expansion that give you the idea of what you're gonna do in the story. We will fight for life and fight for Idolin, and not just the goddess, but also our planet. We have the usual visual of the Warrior of Light looking at Idolin. Yet shadowed by their triumph in the first, the Warrior of Light and Science of the Seventh Dawn are home at last. An even greater calamity than refulgent oblivion has been building in their absence. However, the second advent of the final days should all despair the myriad conflicts that now ravage the land cannot but for token an end to life in the source. Take heart in the faith of those who walk beside you, and journey even higher, to the very stars above. We continue. So if you don't know what final days are, that's what happened before Realm Reborn, when Bahamut tried to wipe Earth there. Upon the advent of these final days, we recall. Once the world was war, its people blessed. Ere a great calamity threatened all in existence, the approach of the so-called final days caused a great schism among the ancients, culminating in the stars shattering into 14 reflections, incomplete and imperfect. With the second coming of that self-same calamity looming on the horizon, the Warrior of Light must stand firm as hope's last bastion. I think I made a mistake about Bahamut, but it was one of the final days. So now they describe what's coming for Endwalker. So there is a new story, obviously. Endwalker brings the tale of Idolin and the Zodiac to a conclusion, eons in the making. Uncover truth long concealed as you embark upon an epic quest to deliver the world from encroaching doom. We have new jobs. The addition of the brand new jobs Sage and Reaper is accompanied by updates to the battle system, including new actions for existing jobs and a raised level cap. I will obviously go in details just after. New challenges. As the stakes rise higher and higher, adventurers face peril at every turn. Prepare for adversity through a host of challenging new dungeons, raids, and more. There will be new systems. The long-awaited Malvira playable race is only one of the many exciting additions and upgrades that will announce your upcoming adventure. And before digging into what is on patch 6.0, there is a reminder of what's coming. New jobs, Sage and Reaper, a new playable race, Malvira, level cap increase from 80 to 90, new cities like Ultralion and Raz at An, travel to expansive new areas including Labyrinthos, Daphne, Garlemald, and Marella Montorum. These areas are detailed a bit on my previous video. New tribes to encounter, Loporits and the Arca Sudora. New threats to overcome, including Anima and the Magus Sisters. New dungeons, a new high difficulty raid, Pandemonium. A new Alliance raid series, Myth of the Realm. New small-scale PvP content, an additional Trust Ally, as in Estinian Wormblood. A new residential district in Ishgard. Updates to the Gold Saucer, relaxing fun in Island Sanctuary, that will be interesting. New gear and crafting recipes, a new data center in Oceania, expanded horizon via the data center travel system, and more. So that's the sum up of everything that comes in 6.0. Everything is chaptered, so you can go in the description or on the video. You can click beyond if you want to check a specific part. I will make sure to separate them well. So onto the patch 6.0. So there will be a new story, of course. Well, I like that visual of the moon behind. Endwalker brings the tale of Idolin and Zodiac to a conclusion here in the making. To unravel its mysteries and conquer its challenges will be no common feat. May these records of key figures, looming adversaries, and long yet untraveled serve you well. Okay. So more into the story. We have a nice artwork here and the Wire of Light. Endwalker. Yet shadowed by their triumph in the further Wire of Light and the ends of the adult. I think I've read that already, just before. But this part is new. Our tale of a star and its soul will see the Wire of Light sail north to Sharlayan and east to Tavener. Follow the path to the heart of the Gallian Empire and ascend to the heavens to set foot upon the very moon itself. Final Fantasy XIV's first grand saga approaches highly anticipated conclusion, and you have a link here to check on the story. I will make that for another video, which will contain spoilery things. They give us the key characters for the next expansion. We have Sancred. Sancred is an archon in the science of the Seven Dawn who specialized in survival and subterfuge. Espionage missions have taken him deep within Guardian territory, where he acquired the technique of the Gunbreaker. Skills he was forced to master when the twist of fate saw him thrust into the role of a protector. Y'shtola. Well versed in arcane and ancient wisdom, Y'shtola's pragmatism is matched only by her thirst for knowledge. Her relentless studies have revealed the edges of greater truth, and only time will tell where this new perspective will lead her. So there is a lot of things coming for Y'shtola, it seems. Qyorria. An Alesen, a student of prophecy known for his cryptic utterances, Qyorria is considered one of the science's most erudite archons. He stands resolute even in the face of world-ending calamity, drawing strength from the memory and example of his mentor, Master Louis Wa. Alfino, a member of the Science of the Seven Dawn, he and his sister were the youngest individuals in history to be accepted into the studium in Sharlayan's premier academic institution. Living his homeland with grand dreams of delivering the world from destruction, a long road of hard experience and personal growth has brought him full circle as he prepares to return to the land of his birth. And we can see the visual of Alphino being a sage. Alizé, a woman of action whose dynamic approach is in stark contrast of that of her more diplomatic twin brother, Alphino. She helped achieve the impossible in devising a cure for the tempered, but trials ahead will test the limit of an even higher of even her tenacious spirit. So the cure for the tempered was in the first, in Shadowbringer. Gracia, a newly added member to the Science of the Seventh Dawn, Gracia possesses a profound understanding of the Allagan civilization and a stubborn drive to defy fate's design. As such, he is a stalwart ally in the battle to deliver a brighter tomorrow. Tataru. Not only does this intelligent Lalafell single-handedly carry out the clerical duties of the Science of the Seventh Dawn, she is also responsible for their finance, often dabbling in the various trade professions herself in order to save a few coins. Though unsuited to battle, her administrative support is what allows the other members of the organization to operate at full effectiveness in the field. That's interesting to see Tataru being shown as a key character. I mean, she's a key character in the whole story, but making a focus on her is interesting. Trial. I think I see one. No, it's okay. Trial. The steadfast member of the Science of the Seventh Dawn possesses the Echo, her gift manifesting the ability to sense the intent of others. Trial also belongs to the student of Baldecian, and it is the adopted granddaughter of Galuf, the institution's late founder. Interesting to safeguard the world from peril, it is his legacy that she seeks to uphold. So Kryl used to have a big story in Stormblood with noticeably Eureka, and in Shadowbringer she's important to make sure the science comes back from the first. Estinia. Once heralded as Ishgard's foremost dragon slayer, Estinian disappeared from the world stage following the denouement of the Dragon Song War. With an even greater threat now brewing on the horizon, the erstwhile Azure Dragon has returned, lance in hand, to fight at the side of the Science. So as we know, he released a dragon, and he will be a trust ally, so maybe he will be a new member of the Science in Endwalker. Actually, he's just an ally. Now the big guy, Xenos. Xenos took his own life after falling to the hero of Alamigo's liberation, but even death proved unable to claim his unquenchable soul. He has since arisen, slaying his father, Emperor Varys, and reducing the capital city of Galumel to ruin in single-minded pursuit of his Earth's one and only desire. And we can see Xenos is already carrying his new weapon as a Reaper. The Lady of the Light. This mysterious figure appeared before the Warrior of Light on the shores of Silvertear Lake, bringing with her a warning of impending darkness. Something in her voice as she delivers her portentous message seemed hauntingly familiar. There are a lot of theories I believe about Lady of the Light. To my mind, it's another reincarnation of Menfina, or like that she's linked to Idolin directly, something like that. Or, as you can see, the mask. That can be an old friend from Shadowbringer. That could be a possibility. And we are done with the key character. Lady of the Light will be very important, most likely. So we go on. So toward New Horizons, we have a map about where we're gonna set sail in the next expansion. So Old Charlian, that is on this place on the left, Garlemald on the top middle, and Rats at Anne on the bottom right. They detail the areas in different articles. So I'll go from left to right. So Old Charlian, one of the two new cities. Ensconced, I don't know that word, in a lonely northern archipelago, and ever blessed by the wise auspices of Taliak, the gleaming white edifices of the city stands at the center of Charlian society. First among many dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge and scientific advancement is the Studium, the world's most prestigious place of learning. And we have that little video to present us Old Charlian. So that was Old Charlian. And now we have Labyrinthos, which is a place situated under Old Charlian, which is one of the three new areas. Labyrinthos. Deep below the street of Old Charlian lies a vast subterranean environment created as a repository for tomes and treatises on every subject imaginable, gathered from all corners of the world. To protect the priceless and irreplaceable, the climate of Labyrinthos is hierarchically regulated. We have another little video about it. I hope. Quality is weird, but okay, let's go. Okay. Next, we have one of the most interesting places. We wanted to go there for like 3 expansions now. We have Garlemald. This will be an area, not a city. Like in my head, it was said to be a city, but of course that's not possible. We don't have a video about Garlemald, it seems. Despite being situated on the frozen plains of northern Isabad, the imperial capital overcame the natural disadvantages of its location and many further obstacles facing the empire with the power of Magitech. The rise of this burgeoning industry spurred rapid urban development in recent decades, until the sprawling metropolis was brought to its knees by civil war. Now the once proud jewel of the empire is a sea of desolation. And as we don't have a video, I will show you the different visuals they gave us. Some part of the city that are desolated and destroyed, basically. So next we have Taverner, the third area of Endwalker. Well, third out of 4. I don't know where. Okay, we don't have the 4th. Taverner, so. In the bounties to the eastern waters lies the Isle of Taverner, where tropical coastline soon gives way to dense rainforest, though the intense heat and sweltering humidity remain much the same. The region is known as a rich source of the magically infused stone, Giant's Gall, and the distinctive violet glow from its rocky outcrops lingers in the memories of visitors, long after they depart its shores. We have some visual again, but we will check the video. So that was Taverner. And next we have Radzatan, the city that is on Taverner Island. This bustling city of the near eastern Isle of Taverner is renowned as a prosperous trading hub and the birthplace of alchemy. Over the course of its storied history, it has produced countless influential figures and ingenious creations that have since made their ways to different shores, perched atop a massive pillar of rock. Its ornate buildings boast vibrant hues, rivaled only by those of its locally produced textile. We have some visual again, but we also have a video. So that was Radzatan, the second city of Endwalker. Next we have Mare Lamentorum. So this is on the moon, obviously. Though its name may conjure images of the briny deep, this region of the moon is awash with naught but arid basalt. It is far from devoid of interest, however, as the origin and purpose of the apparently artificial structures spotted on its surface have yet to be ascertained. And so we have again a video about it. So that was it for the different regions of Endwalker. Now we have the new tribes, the Arca Sodara and the Loporites. Arca Sodara, like the other Matanga peoples, resemble the Great married both in appearance and brown. They are indigenous to the Isle of Tavner and founded the city-state of Raz-Atan, together with Aura and higher migrants. Their bulky frames belie their deftness of hand, and their thirst of knowledge has led many to pursue mastery of the alchemic arts. On their side, Loporites. Eurasian myth tells of a curious wanderer known as Namingway, descended from an unknown people that traveled to the realm from the moon. The Loporites appear to have much in common with that being of legend. Though questions regarding their current whereabouts and much else besides remain unanswered. That's interesting. So Arca Sodara are from Raz-Atan and Tavner that I was aware of, but Loporites are kinda from the moon, it seems. That's interesting. Oh, they are cute. So that's really nice. Next we have new threads. The first one will be Anima, encased in an otherworldly carapace and bound with thick chain. This abomination, is agony made flesh. Yes. Within its hollow eyes burns baleful light as its jagged maw hangs wide, belching forth searing flame. So we have a little visual of Anima on the left. Anima from Final Fantasy X, it seems. The Magus Sisters, a trinity of God, long revered by the people of Tavner. Sinduruva, the eldest, is said to be the bearer of wisdom, Sanduruva, that of prosperity, and Minduruva, the youngest, ingenuity. So these three sisters we will probably fight on Tavner, and Anima maybe on the moon. Next we have 2 new jobs. The addition of 1 new job, Sage and Reaper, is accompanied by updates to the battle system, including new action and for existing jobs and the raised cap level. Well, I will detail new jobs in the next video, I think. Just like story, I will be on another video. I will at least show you the changes to battle system. The arrival of new jobs and a raised level cap breathe new life into the battle system. Fresh gameplay elements and new action for existing jobs allow you to experience the thrill of combat as never before, and I will show you the video about job actions. Maybe not, that's 18 minutes. But basically, every job have updates and stuff to check. The link for the video is in the description, obviously. if you didn't check before. Endwalker comes with new challenges too. As the stakes rise higher and higher, adventurers face peril and at every turn. Prepare for adversity through the host of challenging new dungeons, raids, and more. Those in search of relaxation between bouts of intense combat can find solace in their very own island sanctuary. Okay. So first we have the new Alliance Raid, the myth of the realm. Since time immemorial, a pantheon of gods known as the 12 has presided over the land of Qyorria. Faith in these divine beings permeates all facets of life, and its influence is present in the practice of every craft, the heritage of each clan, and the customs of villages and nations across the realm. Now the quest begins to discover how their tale began, and perhaps how it shall end. That's kind of weird because they are gods. Like, why do we want them to stop being? Maybe it's linked to the story, and so maybe we will discover something interesting about them and about idling. Maybe not. We'll see. New Eye and Red. So the raid of Endwalker is called Pandemonium. Far beneath the ground upon which mortals tread, steeped in darkness, deep as starless night, ancient power lies dormant. Too hungry, too brutal, too monstrous, what cannot be controlled must be contained. Here in Pandemonium, dare you make the descent? I think Pandemonium is on the moon, and the Asians used the building we saw before to contain these powers, and we will have to take them down. Next, we have new dungeons. Journey into perilous territory with your companions by your side, and test your resolve against fearsome foes. You will need both courage and cunning if you are to avert the coming of the end. So we have some little visual of two dungeons, one in Razatan, one in probably Gallean Empire. And we have a little video to present them. So that was some dungeons presented within a video. I think there are like 3 or 4 in that video. New small-scale PvP content, the perfect introduction to PvP. This brand new content brings the opportunity for casual players to participate in earth-bending battles without role restriction for plentiful new rewards. Jump right in and join the fray. So that little news means 2 things, like you will have to PvP, of course. That look like a payload thing if you played Overwatch or so you have to go through everything to win. And also that means we have new rewards for PvP, so new stuff. Next is something I'm looking forward to, Island Sanctuary. After hard days adventuring, come and relax in your own personal paradise, where you may let your minions roam free and while away the hours to your Earth's content. We have a nice visual for that. So that you will have the possibility to have your own island, a bit like wait, I don't have the name. Animal Crossing, something like that. I believe that's something like that, but better. Or Stardew Valley, something really about. New systems. The longer-awaited Malvira playable race is only one of the many exciting addition upgrades that will enhance your upcoming adventures. So something people were waiting for. I'm not waiting for it. I play of Malvira, but I really don't want Malvira. But I understand it. You want it, you have it. That's what Square Enix said. New playable race, Malvira. Of tall stature and slender frame, the Vira's physical appearance is strikingly similar to that of the higher and Lezen saves for their distinctive long ears. Adhering to a strict code known as the Green War, they are prohibited from contact with the outside world under threat of exile. Their society is purely matriarchal, and males of age are seldom, if ever, found within the bounds of any village. They instead serve as protectors of the wood from the shadows that no evil may ever encroach on their sacred lands. The text itself says Malvira shouldn't exist in the game, but that's fine. You got the visual, I won't press it. I understand it, but I'm not into it. Again. Data center travel system. For the first time ever, adventurers will be able to visit world on other data centers and form parties on their duties with friends. There is some whereabout with that system. I think that's only region locked for now, and I don't know if that's for 6.0 or later because of some problems, but that's coming. Next, we have a new housing district, Empyreum, in Ishgard. Following the successful restoration of the firmament, a new housing district has been constructed in Ishgard, its name evoking the zenith of the events, a realm of untold radiance. In recognition of their role in ending the Dragons and War, adventurers from far and wide are invited to take up residence and back in the city-state's newfound glory. So that's not for 6.0 but 6.1. That will come in January or February next year. Not before. We'll have a new trust ally, as in a Wormload. The formidable dragon joined the rank of science and can now be added to your trust parties as you play through the main scenario, of course. Additional update. Increased level cap to 90. So that will come with new actions for classes and jobs, as well as new foes on which to earn your skills. New gear and crafting reserves, of course. And a new data center in Oceania for Australian players and stuff like that. And we come to the end of this article. That's already a video, I believe. But that's a lot of changes too. I mean, that's an expansion. I know there are a lot of things to see in that video. I mean, and in 6.0. I didn't speak about the story and the new jobs. I will do that in a future video. I'm making multiple today, actually. Maybe I will do that just after. But I think that's it for that video. If there are things you want me to detail from that video, from the content, if you want me to make a full video about each character, I don't know, please tell me in the comment section under the video. If the video was helpful or if you like my content, please put a like and subscribe to my channel. A dislike if you didn't like, of course. Thank you for watching. Thank you kindly for watching. And see you next time. Ciao!